Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Look at that wonderful collection of ships, including Sovereign. Yeah, that's not creepy shepherded, not at all. Anyway, there are some people who need talking to. Right. I had to remember where everyone was. Huh. But let's start with Samara. After all, we did just kind of finish her mission. I imagine she might have a thing or two to say. Even if it's not related to her daughter. Let's see. Hi, Samara.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
Yes and no, but still.
You said that Morinth was a monster, but she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her. She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
Wow. I wouldn't say that it's hypocritical, but I do want to continue this line of thought.
Killed her for being what she was.
And I would again. But I also know what it means to leave everything behind and fight. Do you realize that she went on the run at the age of 40? I do not know human years well, but it is very young for Asari.
So she is also very clearly proud of her, even as she understood that she needed to stop her.
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justikar. Injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardat-Yakshi.
There's no way to correct the condition Morinth had?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic. When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
I thought Ardat-Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds, and they do exist, I will find them.
Morinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause. Ardat-Yakshi are sterile, Shepard. That wouldn't be a particularly viable future for my people.
That's true, but...
You don't want to settle down?
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace, due in no small part to you.
Okay. Meanwhile, someone else might have more to say.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
I think he's already... Yeah. Okay, he's already discussed
There's
all those.
something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask,
I think, anyway.
Have a few minutes to talk?
if you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
Eidetic memory, huh?
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
By the way, was it mentioned that he's a romantic interest for Shepard?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
I don't really want to say that it's more than I wanted to know, but...
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, you didn't quite, but,
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
That's true.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used.
But...
If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
Yeah, exactly. My gun doesn't have free will.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations.
Laser dot. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me.
So on that
She
abrupt
stared me
note...
down.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
I'm going to mourn you?
Friend, huh? That's a start.
A start? That's intriguing. I will always be here to talk.
I believe that is his... Yeah, but the romance is not going to initiate thing because she's already locked in with Garrus. But there are more people to talk with. At least one more. Last time we spoke, you sang, but I want to talk more with you.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters.
Really?
Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Sexual activity normal stress release for humans and Turians. Still, recommend caution. Warn of chafing.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Turians based on dextro amino acids. Human ingestion of tissue could provoke allergic reactions. Anaphylactic shock possible, so don't ingest. Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters. Valuable diagrams, positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Wait a minute, Mordin. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
Oh. That's precious. And it depending on who you're actually romancing, he has different advice. And I think if you actually don't have a romance flag active, he'll suggest that you might be interested in him. Which is, no matter what, this is awkward. But he means so well. But yes, if you happen to be romancing Thane, he actually will point out to you that, Drell lips, at the very least, have a sort of hallucinogenic properties, so you may want to be careful. And there's so many other jokes involved. It's so perfect every time.
I'm glad things worked out, Commander. I was worried you'd dump Samara for some crazy soul sucker with a death fetish, all lithe and sexy and... Never mind.
Really?
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay, so we've got Joker's opinion on that. So, all of this aside, we also have a couple of other missions that we have to tackle. We have to try and make sure that everyone in our team is focused, especially for the mission ahead. So, we're going to leave Omega. Actually, you know what? There was something I think I forgot to do. I just wanted to kind of skip through it before because I wanted to get back to Normandy and talk with peoples. But, I ran past one person. I forget. I know I talked with him before. I forget if his mission was, in fact, possible to finish at the time. But let's see. And Samara is newly loyal. You can actually change her into a new... she only has the 2. Okay. I do like the black on her, though. And, let's see. He also has a new outfit as well. I like both. But anyway, since we're going back to, Omega, may as well take the 2 people that we picked up on Omega. Yeah, purchase rank there. Okay, that's all we can do for now. So we ran past someone who started to say something to us, sort of. I wonder if that means that we can finish that mission.
Is that Shepard? Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Cell. You look like a good person to know.
Friendly faces seem hard to come by around here.
Reasonable people are more valuable than air in a place like this.
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing
Yes.
illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
What do you mean, we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
Find someone else to do your dirty work.
Of course. You're not the type to be interested in work that could change the face of a place like Omega. I'm sorry I bothered you.
We're leaving.
Come find us if you change your mind.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind for later, actually. Sorry, I thought that was actually going to be something I could resolve right now. But no. Alright, so back to the Normandy.
It could not become involved in a purely human matter.
Yeah, I don't need the cutscene. Anyway, that little side trek aside, it's actually time to go on another mission to help one of our squad mates. Someone whom we have not spoken to in a long while, which is probably how she prefers it, come to think of it. Anyway, anything new?
No messages for you, Commander.
Didn't think so. Whoa, 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 come on. So this one I actually saved for last for a pretty good reason. Not necessarily because of enjoyability, but in fact largely because of... yes, okay. Largely because there is an event that happens following the mission that you need to have a fairly high either Paragon or Renegade score for. And it happens right after this mission. There's no... You know, it literally is just, this is the trigger for it. And this is an area to explore. I think we're... Oh, hey! I have more room for fuel. Sweet. Very nice. Good, good. I'm glad to see that. But yeah, there are some areas that I'm going to have to explore in between videos. Actually, I can do some of that now, can't I? May as well show it off a little bit. It's been a while. There's not much here. But yes, just in case you're wondering how I keep my stores up so high so that I can buy all of the upgrades that I need, this fun little process where you seek out those little spikes, try to pinpoint that, yes, thank you, I know how to launch.
Probe launched. Probe away.
And it is a good idea to keep your resources up to date and all of that fun stuff. But yes, you need to do this because you want to try and get as many of the upgrades as you can. You want to make sure that your team can all fight. And yes, I do mean the whole team. You really don't want to leave anyone with, without their powers and everything explored. It's actually a pretty bad idea. So yes, we're going to be helping Jack. I love the design of some of the planets here. And this is a rich planet, huh? Whoa! That is what we call a super fucking spike.
Launching probe.
And yes, her mission is also very interesting. And...
Launching probe.
Dear God, I mean, there's no mission in this game that does not leave you, you know, emotionally incapacitated for some time. At the very least, if you happen to actually care about the characters.
Probe launched.
But I do! So there! But yes, you do want to do this. I haven't been showcasing it because it doesn't necessarily make for good Let's Playing, as I've said multiple times in the past, as I happen to showcase it. But, you know, you want to build up as much of your stock as you can. I'm really in no danger of running out anytime soon. You may have noticed that as well.
Launching probe.
But being able to fight more effectively, being able to defend more effectively, and being able to get as many of the projects and upgrades as possible.
Launching probe.
It does a lot to improve your chances of getting through this game and the infamous suicide mission, which can go very, very badly if you don't take care of certain things before you get to it. Alright. Anyway. So, unfortunately, I'm out of time for this installment of Let's Play Mass Effect 2, and no, I wasn't stalling at all because I wanted to start off the next video on a high note. What are you possibly saying to me? That's impossible. But yes, so we're out of time, and we're going to start Jack's mission on the next installment of Let's Play Mass Effect 2. Hope to see you then.